Hello everyone and welcome to Forward 40 News. I'm going to go through my weekly update number 2 with you, where I check in with the ever gorgeous, ever knowledgeable Maria, who is going to be my nutritionist. And of course, by being my nutritionist, she now becomes your nutritionist because she's going to be sharing all the tips and what I have been doing good and what I've been doing not so good. And for the very first time, she is going to let me know if over the past 2 weeks, the numbers moved on the scale. Because as you know, if you've been following Forward 40 Moves, I tend not to lose weight at all. And she's helping me to do so. So, Maria, what?
Hi, Judette.
I'm so nervous. I remember when I was going on this scale, I hit my face.
Yes.
And my heart was racing. Did I lose anything over the last 2 weeks? Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh my God.
You actually did really, really well.
No.
Now,
Oh my God.
but we're going to take it step by step, right?
Yes.
So this is why we use a scale that checks not just your
Oh my
total
God.
weight. Are you crying?
I don't know why, because I was so nervous, and I guess because I'm an achiever and I worked really hard,
You
but I
did,
made
you did.
mistakes as well.
Yeah.
So I'm just so glad.
Good. So this is a perfect example, though, of what I like to say. It's about progress, not perfection.
Yeah.
You don't have to be perfect, but as long as you are making changes and being consistent and
Yeah.
doing your best, you will get results.
Yeah. Okay. Fantastic.
All right.
How much
So
did I lose?
let's break it down. So on our scale, we checked your total weight,
Yes.
but we also checked your body fat
Yes.
percentage,
Okay.
your muscle mass.
Okay.
Then there's the metabolic age. Remember that?
We don't have to say that, right?
But it's good.
We don't have to say
Okay, we'll
that.
save that for next time.
We'll say that
But
when it goes really down.
But it's gone down.
Okay, fantastic.
Right? So in total, you lost 1.5 pounds.
That's good.
In 2 weeks.
That's good.
That's pretty good, decent.
Okay, I was hoping
Yeah?
it would be 2 pounds.
Well, guess why it's not 2 pounds, which is why it's important to not just look at the total weight, because remember, you're eating well, you're
Yes,
exercising,
yes.
so your muscle mass has actually gone up
Yes.
by 4 pounds.
That sounds crazy. That sounds
great.
impossible. Are you
Well,
sure the scale is right?
I don't know, but that's what it says. But your body fat, so that means that your body fat percentage has gone from, can I say it?
Okay, go ahead.
39.5%, and it's dropped to 36%, 36.5.
And what's our
So
goal for
that's-
the body fat?
We want to get around 30 or
Okay.
under.
Okay.
Yeah, so, but in 2 weeks, Judette, well, really, it's a little more than 2 weeks.
No, it's 2, because even though you said to start on the Monday, I really didn't get the groceries until the Wednesday. So I started on the Wednesday. So give me those 2 extra days.
Right. But that's 3% body fat gone. So do you feel that in your clothes? You must.
I feel it in my clothes, and my trainer, he said to me that he sees me practically 5 days a week, and he says, I see a difference in you.
Yeah.
And he wasn't pulling my leg.
He wouldn't lie to you.
I'm
Right, so this
glad.
is a
Thank
great
you.
point, which is that sometimes we put so much emphasis on the scale and the actual weight, and when we really want to look at the whole picture, right? How is your body changing? So when you lose body fat percentage, is actually, I think, more empowering than just losing the weight on the scale, because even, let's say, 5 pounds of fat and 5 pounds of muscle.
Yeah.
Trick
Yeah.
question, which one weighs more?
Yeah. Muscle.
No, well, they weigh the same because they're both 5 pounds.
Okay.
Right? But the 5 pounds of muscle would be maybe this big in volume, but the 5 pounds of fat would be like 3 times that size.
Yeah.
So when you lose fat and gain muscle, you actually shrink, even though the scale may not move that much.
I think I'm seeing it a little bit in my pictures, because Forward 40 is such a visual medium, and we're doing video and we're doing photography all the time. And in my photographs, I think my whole team sees it, that I actually,
Awesome.
over the last couple of weeks, we're seeing like a difference in the imagery that's coming out. So
Awesome.
I feel really good. Thank you so much. But I had
Exciting.
challenges.
I'm sure.
I had
Let's
challenges.
talk about
Okay,
those.
so one of the big challenges was that I had to travel for work, and I was out of the comfort zone of my kitchen where I could measure and even have a protein shake in the morning. And we stayed at a hotel. I was training, so it was very stressful. The hotel didn't have anything vegan. I tried to make good choices, but I was afraid to have a slice of bread, and I was afraid to have a full banana because I remember you saying about the berries being better than the bananas when I'm in the losing weight phase. So, I kind of, didn't make great choices, and because it was stressful. So what do you do in a situation like that where you're outside of your comfort zone, which is your home, where you're preparing meals, and now you're in a totally different environment, and the temptation is there?
Yeah, so that is a huge challenge, and it takes a lot of thought and preparation. And because you are following a special diet, which is vegan, that's not catered for when you go out, even for most places in the world, let's be clear, right? Don't really cater for that. That's a whole topic in itself in terms of how to navigate eating out when you are on a special diet. But before we dive into that, just so that we can put it in context, tell me what you actually did differently in terms of eating. I know we had the meal plan, but
generally,
yes.
Okay. So for one thing, I'm used to cooking at least 4 cups of quinoa and having it during the week, right? So for one thing, what I did differently was that I ate so much less. And even I'm using the quinoa as an example because when I when I have a pot of quinoa, it can last 3 days. And by just having 2/3 cup, it lasted me like a week and a half.
Okay.
And that was great. My protein shakes are just so much more healthier.
Okay.
And what I also loved was that I don't feel hungry because I'm constantly eating and drinking my liquids.
Okay.
Which is, of course, water. And I had to learn to love water. So that was really good in terms of the changes. And the most fantastic thing is that my grocery bill is not that high. And let me tell you what I observed, Maria, in that when you are specific about your meal plan, you can go into the supermarket and you pick out those things.
Right.
And one, it's lasting you longer, right?
Exactly.
And you're not pulling things that you think you need or you think you'll make. And then when the Wednesday rolls around, you're out buying lunch for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Right.
So the savings that I sort of got in terms of the money.
Oh, I'm so happy to hear you say that, because that's a very common misconception. I say it's a myth that people think that eating healthy is expensive. Now, you will spend more money, especially in the beginning, if you're transitioning to choosing healthier foods, but people don't often consider the balance of what they're saving. So you're eating less. So let's say you switch from white rice to brown rice. Yes, brown rice is more expensive, but you can eat 3 cups of white rice and still not be full, whereas brown rice is more filling because it's higher in fiber, and so you eat half cup because you're following your plan, so it lasts about the same amount of time. So little things like that in terms of adjusting make a huge difference in terms of the budget. So happy to hear that.
So that was great. What's not so great is my love for chips, vegan chips. And so I know I had to have 10 vegan chips with 2 tablespoons, I believe it was, of hummus.
Right.
And so
we came up with the 10 because that's what they call the serving size.
Right,
on the
right,
pack,
yes.
right?
That was a serving size, about 100 calories and so forth. Okay, great. So I bought a big pack because I thought it would last a week or 2, at least 3 or 4 days. But I ended up eating the pack of chips in one night because it's what I am used to. I love it. So is it that I don't buy it at all because I know I will eat it? There's no way I realize that I can have 10 chips as a serving size. There's no way.
Yeah. So I think because you're in transition and you realize, okay, I can't just have 10 chips. For now, you just give it a break.
Yeah.
And once your body starts changing and your appetite is also going to change, your stomach's going to shrink, then you reintroduce it later on and it should be easier to stick to the 10 chips.
Now, I notice on my meal plan, I have no cheat days, I have no cheat meals. Can I have one?
I like to say we have to earn our cheat. And I really don't like the word cheat at all. Let's start with that. Because
Okay.
do you consider yourself a cheater in other aspects of your life? Okay,
no.
so why do you want to be a cheater on your diet? I really... Are you a cheater generally? So why do you want to be a cheater all of a sudden?
Okay, so what word would you define where I want to step outside of
I
my...
prefer the word treat.
Treat. So when do I earn my treat? When they're on a meal plan and trying to be very disciplined about their fitness and eating correctly, when does one earn a treat? At week 4?
For me, as your nutritionist and managing any client, I'd like to say you've been cheating. That's why you are where you are. So we need to take a break from cheating and show that we can follow some sort of consistent
She's terrible, isn't she?
behavior. But I think you've done a good job of that. I think you've definitely shown that you're serious and that you can stick with a plan, and you've done that. So I think you are in line for a treat.
Yes.
What's it going to be?
The chips.
The whole bag.
The whole bag.
And I guess the importance of the treat is that it's really mostly mental. There's a physiological side of it too. Let's start with that. So if you've been under eating calories, right? So that's the only way we lose, is we have to eat less calories and we burn. Yeah. But if you do that for too long, then your body gets a little nervous, like, oh my God, what's happening? Is there a famine? Are we going to die? So to reassure your body, you want to eat a little bit more calories, maybe one day out of a week.
A week. And that wouldn't jeopardize mine.
Right. So my strategy is not to overeat, but let's say your body needs 2,000 calories a day based on what you're burning, but your meal plan is like 1,300. So you would just go up to the 2,000. Okay. You won't go like 4,000. Yeah. Because then you'll just undo everything you did. Yeah. Right.
So you can destroy what you've done in a week, in one day. So really?
I see it all the time. I have some people who I call it a skill. I tell them they're very skilled. They can lose 3 pounds during the week, and then on the weekend, they gain back 3 pounds.
You see, that's the thing that I didn't understand, and I'm glad I asked that question. Yeah. So you can literally destroy what you did for a week in 1 day or 2 days.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so half the bag of chips. Because I worked too hard.
There you go, half a bag.
I worked too hard. Oh my God.
Half a bag.